Hello everyone, welcome back to the official start of a brand new season. And today we're here for PAFR Division 1 evaluations. This is the third race for evaluations, but the second official evaluation race. We're here around Spain. There was Britain last week. I wasn't actually there to attend, which is a real shame. But today is going to be my first look, and I'm pretty sure everyone's first look into the brand new season of Division 1. A little hint of who could be racing, who could be up near the top for the entire season. Obviously, we've not got Felix One racing full-time this year. I don't think, at least from my recollection, he said that he was stepping down. If that is wrong, then that is on my part. I'm not quite sure, but nevertheless, hopefully we can get a new contender anyway at the top, even if Felix is racing. Let's spice it up a bit. Pancera, I'm not too sure if he's racing tonight. I'm pretty sure he will be racing the next season though. This will all be finalised going into the first round, where I'll go through everything. Pantera is racing this season actually, and he is racing tonight in the Mercedes. You can see him up there at the top. So as we wait to go racing in PAFR Division 1 once again, it's been a long off season, a long time waiting for some of you, where we've wanted to really start this, get this underway, and finally, it will be once again. The best of the best in PAFR will be racing on track, head to head, for the first time in almost 2 months. Obviously, the last time I was live was the last time we raced, or at least that I've been there. We have had the 2 races beforehand. I will be alone tonight. No Stuart Labyrinth, Mr. Labyrinth. He is not joining me tonight, but I'm pretty sure he'll be joining me for the season for our second together as a partnership, going into season 5 of PAFR. I believe it's season 5. Should be. Yeah, it is season 5. Just for everyone who isn't aware, we do have... So this is the second evaluation race. Last weekend was evaluation race number 1, and the weekend before that was practice number 1. And there is a race next weekend. I don't know if I'm able to cover it, but there is a race next weekend for practice 2 at the Bahrain GPU, ahead of round 1, which kicks off here for Sunday Division 1 on August the 7th. So if you want to be here, tuned in for that, make sure you set it in your calendar. I mean, most of you are probably in the Discord anyway, so you'll be here around anyway. But for any of my external viewers, August the 7th, we'll be live with round 1 here in Division 1. We do have 20 drivers in the field today. Just waiting, I think, for a couple to choose their seats, and then we'll be getting underway with the first look of Season 5. Division 1 drivers. Who's quick, who's not, who's up for the challenge of Division 1, competing with the best of the best. So we just wait to for the ready up message. Wait for us to finally get the floodgates open. Get the cars on track for a qualifying session. We'll see them go the fastest they should be going all week. I'm going to say weekend, even though it's not. It's only about an hour and a bit. You know what I mean. This is the qualifying for, I say this in air quotes, Saturday. So Spain, brand new circuit, or not a brand new circuit, but a brand new layout with the turn 10 being changed for this year's game. Obviously it's been the second year running in the real life Formula 1, but it is here finally in the game a year later. Same with Abu Dhabi, will be at the end of the season, and Australia, which got updated in the same year. Obviously 2022 not running for the past couple due to COVID. Speaking of COVID, I am infected at the moment, so been quite bored over the past 5 days. Been in quarantine, so if I get any shortness of breath, if I lose my voice, I apologise in advance. That will be the reason why. So let's hope that doesn't happen. Let's hope I can keep my voice for the entire thing. Interesting to note in here, we do have Felix 1 and PAFR Luke, both of which are champions of last year. PAFR Luke being last year's champion. Is that Aaron just leaving there? Maybe he's going to check on Div 2, maybe a new lobby, not too sure. Yeah, he's just confirming Division 2, so shouldn't be too long now, but he has had to go harass in the lobby now. I'm pretty sure he'll be taking the second spot for, I think, just need to make sure I chose spectator there, forgot about that part. Typically there was 20 people in anyway, so I wouldn't have to, but just in case. So Circuit de Barcelona, Catalonia, located in Barcelona along the east coast of Spain. Brand new circuit, or a brand new layout for this year with 16 turns featuring for this year's Grand Prix. Sorry, I'm just trying to find my notes here. A circuit length of 4.675 kilometers, which is 2.9 miles, 16 turns around the newly reformed circuit. Max Verstappen has the race lap record of a 1:18.149. Let's see if that can be beaten today. That'd be pretty cool. We do have some of the best drivers on PlayStation currently in this lobby, being Pantera, Felix, and no, those two. Maybe Luke. He's up there quite a bit, but we will be waiting to see if anyone can match real life. Who is going to prevail? Five minutes overtime now. I'm going to see if we can get any. We're just trying to sort out the grid. People aren't in their correct seats at the moment, so just waiting to get everyone into the right seats. Not too sure why it's important, but just making sure. So we're just waiting for Atom Kev to remove from Ferrari into the Alpine. I'm guessing this is for Aaron, who is evaluating everyone. The league owner is just making sure everyone is in the right. He's probably got it written down somewhere on who to watch out for, just so he doesn't get confused, which is perfectly fine. I understand that. Asenkev just needs to remove himself from that car into the Alpine, the new pink and blue Alpine. We just But can people just like select the right car? It's not that hard. There we go. We're finally ready to get underway for the first broadcasted race of Div 1. That was a lot more effort than what it should have been. Okay, so we're finally ready to get underway here in PAFR Division 1. 20 cars will be taking to the track in today's race. 33 laps follow after a 18-minute qualifying session. So plenty of track action will be seen today. Where we do get the first look into the pace, the benchmark of this year's game. New cars, new handling model. So we could see even the fast drivers spin out from time to time, considering how hard these cars are to control when trying to keep it the right way round, which can cause for interesting races. People have to be mistake free if they want to prevail. who can keep their car on track, who can keep the back end from sliding out. So here we go, 18 minutes has kicked off. We'll wait to see who comes out on track first. So we just get our details up. Be interesting to see. Most people will be on those soft compound tyres throughout all of qualifying. Oh wait, no, there are only... What am I on about? There are only a soft compound during tyres with the new regulations. Who's out first? It's Charlie. We love a bit of Charlie action, even into the new season. He stays with McLaren and he's still one of the first on track. That matching helmet as well. Nicely done. I love a bit of helmet. Oh, and he's already gone round within a minute of the new season. And Charlie has already spun it. And then we have the two Mercs, the side podless of the new regulation cars. They aren't doing too well. I mean, they're climbing their way back now, but they didn't start off too well. Obviously these are equal cars, so it doesn't really matter what they look like, what the performance is in the game. It's all equal cars, so everyone's given the same piece of machinery, even if it looks a bit different. So we have the new Silver Arrows. They're finally back after 2 years. 2019, last time we saw a silver car on the grid. They're back from being the Black Arrows, and we've got Havina to lead them away for the start of the first lap. Around the final corner, flat out it should be with the grip these cars have. Even in the new regulations, the amount of grip they have is insane. Braking just before the 50-meter board, trying to hit that apex as close as possible, taking the curb on the left-hand side, 5th gear up to 6th gear for the right-hander of 3 and 4. It takes a bit of a too much rotation, I would say, scrubbing a lot of speed off, breaking the 50-meter board for turn 4. Short shift up to 5th, wide on exit, swooping back for a left-hand turn 6 down to 3rd gear, short shift up to 4th and 5th, making sure not to lose traction on the back end. Here we have turn 8 and 9. No, turn 7 and 8, sorry. Now turn 9, a little lift to make sure you don't go wide into that gravel trap on the left hand side. Braking just after the 100-meter board, the new turn 10. You're going to see who can take that right, who can find the fastest way around it. Havina seems to take it pretty quick, no loss of grip on the back end. Into the final chicane now, turn 14 and 15, only turn 16 to go, flat out, up to 6th gear and 7th gear before the DRS is open. It's a 1:17.7 for the first lap. We'll see how good that benchmark time is, as his teammate behind is not able to complete his lap, probably due to an invalidation. Charlie there, 1:17.8, and Vertex Spectre in the AlphaTauri on 1:18.9. We have PAFR Luke, one of the new challenges in this season. He's coming down into the final chicane on his lap. It did look like he had a purple middle sector on the map below in our bottom right hand corner. Here we have him coming up to the line. Where is he going to be compared to the rest of the field? It's provisional pole for PAFR Luke in his Red Bull seat. Only thing is, he's a step up from where he was last year, and he's already beating everyone else by 3/10. I mean, no. Yeah, is that 3/10? I am correct, of a second. Knocked that down to a 10th with Happy Kilmore in his Alpine. I believe him and, or at least he's stayed the same, Happy Kilmore. He loves his Alpine from last year as well. I was going to say his teammate, Jake. I don't think he raced in Div 1, I'm not too sure. We'll have a look who else. PFR Ferrari fan in Alfa Romeo, so that's very fitting, isn't it? Simo and Atom Kev are the ones taking his seat. I'm not too sure. Don't think this is a time lap. He's going to go for another one. Oh, is that a cheeky little cut over the white lines? Oh, that'll be on record, whoever that was. We'll find out. Here we have PAFR Ferrari fan, a 1:47.7. Obviously not a competitive lap time. I don't think it will be as fast as for especially different standards. If someone's going that slow, why are they lead racing? Here we have him into turn 5. No, turn 4 this is. I'm getting everything mixed up today. I'm so sorry, guys. Now into turn 5. Turn 6, this little kink of a left-hander. Turn 7 and turn 8, left-right hand chicane. Very easy to feature on those sausage curves, and with the new physics, that will spin the cars around. PAFR Ferrari fan, what can he do? Only a 51.9, he's up 28 seconds. If he was setting a 1:19 even, oh no, that'd be amazing standards. That'd be sub 1 minute. But he hasn't, so 28 seconds. I'm not going to do the math, we'll wait for the end of the lap to see whereabouts he is. Seemed a bit scrappy through the last little section there. We'll see how much that affected his time up into the line. It's still 1:18.1, it's a pretty competitive lap time. That's P9 inside the top 10 on his first run. We do have Felix One out on his warm-up lap. He will be the next one, I believe, to go for a lap in this. Rishi and Huge. I will know that. No, they could be. They easily could be. Huge in P4 there. He's one I haven't seen yet. So doing pretty well for himself in his little Williams. His teammate Midas yet to come out of the pit. Same with Harass. Pantera also on an out lap. He's rounding turn 12 now, up into turn 13 at the top right of that map. Here we have him, purple sector into turn 4. Goes a bit wide, that's going to lose him a little bit of speed, but luckily it's a short run into turn 5. A bit wide, and he's spun around. Luckily there is no damage in these evaluation races, making sure we get the true accuracy of people's pace. But with that being said, I'm going to switch over to Pantera in his new Mercedes. A solid upgrade from his Haas last year, which he almost took to victory. You know, maybe this time last season everyone was thinking he could take it. He's a bit scrappy on the back end there through turn 2. The exit, at least that back end, really giving that Mercedes trouble. Now into turn 4, is he going to mess up like Felix did? He does not run wide, but what's he going to be through turn 5? If he can get through this corner without any troubles, he's already doing better than Felix has on his run in. Yes, he does. Now to turn 7, and turn 8 has got a little bit of traffic ahead from the Ferrari. Let's hope he does not get too involved. He pulls off. That's very good sportsmanship from, I don't even know, no name tag was being shown there. Break about 100 meter for this new turn 10. So it seems like they want to take an early apex, run out wide to get the fastest line. At least that's what we've seen from a couple of drivers so far. I believe Favina's the only one we've seen who's currently P2. Favina's the only one we've seen to take a wide apex. But he's a 17.5 Favina, so maybe that is the way we'll have to see from Pantera. He only goes 4th fastest. He's behind 3 drivers there, about 2.5 tenths off the pace from our new pace setter, PFR Luke. It'll be interesting to see how he develops throughout the season. Here we have Felix on a lap. He's not got exactly any battery left or fuel, but he wants to make sure he gets that banker in before doing his final run, which I believe this will only be. He'll only have the 2 runs. Now into turn 14 and 15. Is that Midas on the inside? There's a Williams coming into the pits. Yes, it is Midas. so someone also new, unless you've seen him. And that's Felix at 1:17.2. 2/10 quicker than anyone else. That is absolutely rapid from our two-time world champion of PAFR Division 1 back-to-back. If he is racing this year, he's obviously challenging for a hat-trick. If he's not, it'd be great to see these one-off appearances from Felix. Harass, he's on his lap. But as I was saying before, Midas, he's a new guy in Div 1. People in Division AU would have seen him. He's a very fast driver, and I think he can challenge towards the top on a good day. Especially if Felix isn't there, he's definitely going to be one to look out for, developing throughout the season in his little Williams. Here we have Harass though, he's looking to set his first competitive lap time of the session. About 6-7 minutes to go now. Obviously can't see due to the yellow flag symbol that's just been hovering over my screen for quite a while. That's because I believe Felix has run out of fuel down the back straight there. PFR Luke goes fastest with a 1:17.1. Very good lap from the Australian. Here we have Harasso going into the second sector. At 51.7, he's not set purple, so, and he is round. Almost taking out the Alfa Romeo there of, no, not Felix one, but Felix, I've just caught that unluckily. You have not gone away with that. It's poor from you, you're a steward, you should know better, but well, I thought the fire was stuck there for a second. But we have Ash rounding the final couple corners. He's coming into the pits though, so no need to look at him. Rishi, is he on a lap? No, he's not. He's 12 seconds. Ferrari fan, you starting a lap? Can we please find someone starting a lap? I believe Ferrari fan is going for him. Luckily enough. Into sector 1. Is he going to be able to get into those 17s? He's about a second from pole, and he gets on the grass on the outside. Spins it round. That's not what he would have wanted. Big boy in his new McLaren. Obviously, Mercedes boy last season. That's now been replaced by Havina and Pantera. So he's settled for the next step down in the Mercedes line. Going through turn 7, 8, now turn 9. How much is he going to lift off? Not too much. I typically like to take that through 7th gear. Some people obviously don't, so it's obviously up to the person. 5 minutes remaining in the session. That's either traction control or he's got a really good setup, because to go flat out straight out that corner, it's very difficult. Not too sure, but here we have Big Boy crossing the line in 1:18.2 currently. Moves up to P9 just ahead of his teammate with a 1:17.8. About 4/5 improvement there. Going to switch down to the only man that hasn't set a lap time yet. He's rounding the final corner. What is it going to be? How competitive is it going to be compared to the rest of the field? He goes third fastest with a 1:17.4. Obviously Felix and Luke have both set a couple lap times, or at least had a couple laps to feel for it. Midas hasn't, so that is a very good opening lap. I'm sure we'll see him out for one more run towards the end of the session. Atom Kev down in P17. He was looking promising at the start of last season. Bit of absence and lack of form. Really saw him tumble down the order. And he almost gets around. Luckily saves it through turn 12. The Ferrari going through turns 14 and 15, now 16. I can tell he's one of our controller players this season. It's going to be a 1:17.5. Controller or not, he's P6, and that is a very good lap time from our German driver. It's huge on a lap. We're going to see from the Williams. No, he dives into the pit. So we're going to be getting people setting up for their last flying lap. Felix is on the track. We've got Vit though. He's one to be next setting a lap time. What about freestyle? Is he on the lap? So he's got a lot of traffic to deal with. Myers coming into the pits there. Freestyler coming up to the line. It's not looking too quick, but it is a slight improvement. 118.1, that's ahead of Aaron. Harass just taken to the grass there. We're gonna have a look on board with Felix Swan. What can he do in his last run of this 18-minute qualifying session? Can he challenge for that pole position? Has he got enough fuel for 2 laps maybe? Does he have the time for 2 laps? Who knows? But yeah, he does have time for 2 laps. Felix Swan coming through sector 1. Sees 0.02 of a second improvement. That is purple. He needs a 10th to snatch away this pole. And that's without Luke getting an improvement where he's rounding the final corner right now. Felix Swan almost taking out Aaron on his way. But he needed the best line there. Now through turn 9. Almost flat out. So much grip at the back end of that Alfa Romeo. Now into turn 10. The long swooping left-hander. How is he going to fare? The back end doesn't even want to step out there. A McLaren up ahead though, it seems like his does. Here we go, into the last final couple of corners. 1 chicane to go, 1 braking point, and then a right-hander to seal it off. What is Felix going to be able to do coming up towards the line? Is he going to be able to challenge for this pole position? He goes fast, 1:16.747, but we still got Luke, who's a couple tenths off the pace. That's 4 tenths. He needs to gain on this lap. What's it going to be? He's only got a 10th up in the second sector. He needs another 10th. And another. He needs 4 tenths. Overall, 3 tenths more in this final sector. Sorry, my math is not mathing today. Very tired. Now through the final corner, is Luke going to be able to snatch back that provisional pole position that the German ever so moments ago took away from him? It's a 1:17.0. He's not able to. He's missing out by 3 tenths of a second. Is Havina going to be able to do anything about it? He's starting his lap now. He's on P5. It is Pantera. No, Pantera is not going to be able to do it. He is around on an invalidated lap. Those tyres are going to be absolutely crying. Absolutely screaming in pain. So I don't think he'll be able to challenge. Here we have Havina. He's just finished sector 1 now to turn 5. Him. Midas has started his lap. Happy Kilmer's still in the pit, so he's not going to be challenging for pole position. Is Adam Kev going to be able to? No, Adam Kev misses out. So we've only got a couple that could probably challenge for this pole position, taking it away. Habina is one of them. He's up 3 tenths. That's only a 1:17.2 pace, or 1:17 high 1. So that's not even going to be challenging for P2 yet. He needs another 3 tenths on top of that. 3-4 tenths. Through the final chicane, how much time is there to find from the Swedes' first lap? Havina up towards the line, no distractions even from that Aston Martin. And it's only P2 with a 1:16.8. PFR Luke is going to be crying he couldn't get that lap right. And only able to go in the second round of the grid at least. Here we have Midas rounding the final corner. What's he going to be able to do? Up towards the line. It's a 1:17.2 only. That steals him P5. Highcut is the last one to do anything about it, and he just loses it throughout the final corner. So that is your grid for PFR evaluation race number 2 here in Spain. We just wait for the Alpha Tauri to consider himself finished with the session, or at least what the game thinks is finished. So as we just wait for that, Very good session. We've seen already quite a few mistakes, which is leading to what I could possibly see as a entertaining season, where leads can change just like that. Qualifying sessions can be won by merest of margins due to the fact of a little back end loss, a half spin, a wheel in the grass. Obviously, I think Felix would not have been able to get that time if damage was on with that crash on his first lap. So when damage is turned on, when the stakes are higher, maybe the pressure a little bit higher as well. Who's going to be able to keep their head cool? Who's going to be able to keep their car on track and set the most competitive lap time? I'll have to wait and see, obviously, in 2 weeks' time when the season gets underway. So there is your starting lineup. The top 14. Felix 1, Havina, PAFR Luke, Charlie Midas in P5 there, and Happy Kilmore alongside him. Atom Kev, Huge, Pantera, Simo, Ash, Big Boy, Rishi, Vertex Spectre. That's your top 14. Didn't quite catch the bottom 6 there, but we will get the idea when the ready up message has been displayed and people are free to take to the formation lap. I don't know if the formation lap will be a thing yet. There has been glitches regarding it. We'll wait and see. Don't mind too much. I obviously hope this gets fixed, and I hope we can be seeing the and utilising the new feature of lining up on the grid yourself, because that'd be pretty cool to see. So as we just wait, we should be getting one now, and we have got the ready up message, so people, they can ready up if they want to. Not too sure if anyone is right now. There we go, we got someone. So we'll be getting underway in 20 seconds. Here we go, away for the formation lap.
Then. The formation lap gets underway.
Okay, it's the broadcast. There's your grid. Felix 1, Havina, PFR, Luke and Charlie, your top 4, all on mediums, minus the first one on softs. He's in the Williams P5. Happy Kilmore on the hards. He's the only one in the top 10 2B. Then we have in P7 Atom Kev and Huge, P8, P9 Pantera, Simo. Rounding off the top 10, Ashley, Big Boy, Rishi, Vertex, High Cut, PAFR, Aaron, P16, P17 is Vit, P18 Ferrari Fan, P19 Freestyler, and Harass rounds off the grid. Most of the people outside the top 10, I believe. No, is it a 50-50 split? Hards and mediums, all outside the top 10. Only one inside the top 10 is Happy Kilmore. Only one on softs is Midas. So we'll have a look who's on what properly soon enough. 3, 4, 5 red lights. And away we go. I believe, yes, a late start for everyone, but away we go. And there's already a Williams off the road of Midas Mellor. He didn't get a great start away. Almost 4 wide as Havino and Charlie take the lead. Into it. There's a big crash behind involving Pantera, Ferrari, and one of the Alpines, I believe, of Happy Kilmore, that is, around into turn 1. That Felix 1 has already dropped down to P3 after the great start from Havino and Charlie, both swarming the inside of Luke and Felix 1. So the second row getting a better start than the first row. Luke up the inside, he's trying to take back that P2 from Charlie. Havino in the lead. Charlie maintains P2 into turn 5 there. Felix 1 has dropped down to P4, and Huge is trying to go around the outside. He doesn't make it work. PFR Aaron is up to P5 from, I think, P16 on the grid. P6 Atom Kev Simo, P7 Huge down to P8. P9 Pantera after getting involved in that accident. And P10 goes to Vertex Spectre. And there's a McLaren off, that's Big Boy in the background there. Not exactly clean racing so far. Luckily there is no damage, so no one will be retiring on from on track. Damages that Mad Smeller. Whiz around ears again. Those tyres probably really hot on the softs. That's not what we would have wanted. That's not a great way to make your Division 1 debut. Here we have Havino though, rounding the final corner to be the first one to finish their lap here in Spain. 32 more to go. Havino getting chased down by Charlie. If we could get a better camera angle, it looked like he was right up the gearbox there of Havino in the Mercedes. Luke and Felix 1 just a bit further behind, so their qualifying pace isn't exactly matching their race pace up to this point. 1.5 laps in. Charlie, and Charlie's back end just goes. The McLaren is round. He's going to be dropping quite the way down the order. Is it enough to drop him outside the top 10? It is. That is so upsetting to see after a great start. That's going to unleash Luke and Felix hopefully onto the back of Havino, and we can get a good battle for the lead. Madismella, the first retiree of the race. Late on the brakes from Luke there. Havino maybe just early, who knows, but Midas there after not a great start has put an end to his evaluation. I know he's a great racer, he just needs to make sure he's consistent. Here we have Luke. He is on the back of Havino. No DRS yet. DRS is going to be enabled this lap. Wait, where is Felix? Has Felix spun somewhere? Felix has spun on the exit of turn 15, so he's all the way at the back there. He's dropped down to P14 behind Charlie. So he's racing his good mate, and that's Vit around at the final corner. So many spins in these new cars. But we've got a two-way battle for the lead between Luke and Havino. Atom Kev and Simo behind by 4 seconds though in the Ferraris. Is that Ferrari fit? No, that's Felix one down. That's Charlie around. There's an Aston Martin. Has this been a massive incident that I just haven't seen? An AlphaTauri of high cut is also back there. There's 4 drivers now at the very back of this grid, all together in that clump towards now going down to turn 5. Going back towards the front with DRS now. Is Luke going to be able to make a move on Havino down the next straight maybe? Battery charge is so important in these new cars with the ground effects, not much dirty air. If you have a good battery, obviously preserving battery is important with how hard it is to regenerate in these new cars, but also with the new, not as much drag I would say in these cars. Means you need a lot of battery to make sure you hold on to your position, but with battery, ERS and DRS, it seems like it's going to be a comfortable overtake on the inside for PAFR. Luke, I don't think Havino will be too discouraged by that. He'll just make sure he can stay on the back, stay in the DRS, and maybe challenge into turn 10 or on the following lap. That's on the Ferraris round. That's actually both the Ferraris round. And that is a collision between Kev and Simo because a penalty has been awarded to Kev for it. A 5-second penalty. Is that Ferrari fan around? He's just getting his way right again. So many spins. Bit getting locked up there into turn 2. so much to keep track of with all the spins, all the incidents so far in this race, and it's only the fourth lap currently. Already one penalty though, so Atom Keb. Not corner cuts though, Havina dropped off the back of PFR. Luke, and he's gotten on the curve, it's a little half spin, that's not going to drop him too far down the order. Will not drop him down the order at all, but it's going to drop him off the back of the Red Bull. The Red Bull has now been unleashed in clean air, where he is probably the fastest right now. Felix won only P10. So Luke, if you can keep it mistake free for the remaining laps of this Grand Prix, where there is a lot to go, so anything can happen. But if he can keep it mistake free, I think he has the pace to be able to take it. Unless, I don't think there will be a safety car due to the no damage. I'm not too sure. Then look for other battles. There's a little bit of a battle here between Vertex, Felix and Happy Kilmore, Atom, Kev and Big Boy making an overtake. They're going side by side through turn 3. On the outside is Big Boy, going to keep it, he can't, but is he going to be able to make a dive into turn 4? He decides not to. There was a slight little look there on the right to left, but he decides better of it, and he's going to tuck behind the Ferrari's gearbox. He goes sending it into turn 5 there. Just getting the car slowed down for the apex. A lot of turning under. That is Happy Kilmore in the Alpine. Spun off on the left there of turn 8. Just waiting to see for any real battles to emerge. Gonna look maybe here for the Ferrari of Simo and Freestyler in the Haas. DRS going to be open for the Ferrari. Over a second though gap, so I don't think he'll be able to close it down to overtake. But there is someone that is going to be able to overtake, and that is Harass on Aaron around the outside in the Alpine. Late on the brakes from Aaron. He's going to go deep into turn 2, but he's going to get that inside again. That is very good defending from the Red Bull. Very good defending indeed to make sure he gets that car placement perfect. He knew the inside for turn 2 was on the left hand side, so going late on the brakes wasn't too harmful. So Rat's going to have to stick behind to get another lap here if he wants to make the move. And with Rishi and Felix closing, don't expect him to keep that position for long if he can get past. Felix on the back here with DRS. He's not looking to make the move on the Aston Martin just yet. A little bit of a lock up, it sounded like there. Now looking at the back of this train. Oh, a little bit of a back end loss there. A little twitch from Rishi, and that's enough to send him off course and Felix through. One more position up to P9. Gearbox messing up. I don't know if that's just a sound glitch. He's got the pace though. They're both closing up on Aaron. Is this going to be 3 wide? Oh, Aaron just goes a bit wide. I thought it was going to be 3 wide for a second, but it looked like he lifted off. Felix won though. Makes it double overtake on both Harass and Aaron, and that is P10 to P7 in 1 lap for the Alfa Romeo, who currently has the fastest lap of the Grand Prix. That is not where you see the fastest lap of the Grand Prix. It is Luke with 127. Felix is about 1/10 off that. Yeah, both are mediums. So we'll have a look and see who else is on track very close together. We've got a little train of 3 cars here. Anything going to be done? I'll have to wait and see. With DRS overtake, he's going to look to the inside of the Ferrari. He doesn't exactly brake. Not enough room is given, I don't know. Not too sure about that one. But there is an incident between Pantera and Simo there. On turn 10, a little bit, maybe with a late brake. There was a lot of room on that inside. We'll probably leave that up if there are stewards watching this race. We'll leave that up to the stewards. That freestyle that's just spun around on the exit of turns, I mean on the entry of turn, exit entry, just through turn 16 that is, the pit lane entry. So here we have freestyler who's just come off the back of the spin. I don't think he's going to be able to challenge Felix, who's now got 4 seconds to the Williams in front. Anyone else close? We do have Pantera and Vertex Spectre on track together. They're the closest, I think, from everyone else on track. They're the closest. No, Charlie is. And Charlie looks like to be making a move up the inside of Rishi. And it seems like it was nicely done by McLaren. No contact involved. And on he goes into P12. His look back up into maybe the top 10. Rishi looks like he got a bit wide there out of turn 5 as the yellow flag's just parting. He's now in between his teammate and Hiker. On the outside, Pantera, he's not going to take the inside line, he's not going to cause an incident, but there is contact either way, and he has gone wide because Vertex Spectre has gone into him, maybe in the same fashion Pantera did to Simo just a lap before. So I don't think he'll be complaining too much. No, he actually lets him by. So good sportsmanship there from the Polish driver. Let's see what he can do though. Down the main straight, a little back end switch, 2, I think 3 switches there from Vertex. It's not going to give him a good exit. Now down the main straight, is battery going to be deployed? There is going to be battery deployed. He's going to look to the outside of turn 1. Vertex giving him a good run for his money, a little bit of a squeeze there. But I think he's finally going to get it done. Be very surprised if he lets him back through now. That seems like the move done from Pantera, and he's back up into P9. PAFR Aaron now on the back of Simo after I think just being overtaken. Is there anyone else on track looking to make an overtake? Ash, Rishi maybe? Who knows? The lap before Rishi did get away with, so maybe a little, no, he's kept it clean this time round. Through, that is Ferrari Fair now spun it round on the exit turn 4. So now 10 laps in, or now onto the 10th lap. Luke is leading by a comfortable 5.5 seconds there over Havina. There, Mercedes, he's then got more comfortable 6.6 seconds to the Williams behind. Felix though is on the back, maybe going to overtake him with a flashing light from Huge, so not much battery left in that packet from the Williams car. He's going to be looking to take the overtake and then start that hunt on the Mercedes ahead of Havina, and then if he can search for Luke, I don't know, he's going to need to gain a second a lap basically, or half a second a lap if he wants to chase down Luke. Down the inside, easy to like into turn 10, don't think I had any down. I didn't get it done quite as early as I thought under braking. Did send you a little bit wide, but clean enough for him to keep the position. You can see Havina there going through turn 16. That's his next target. That's who he wants. 6.5 seconds up the road. Anyone else looking to make an overtake? Simo on harass maybe. Down the main straight. DRS wide open. Battery being used from the Ferrari. He's going to take to the outside. Not through a choice though, but he gets it done fairly easily. And that's him up into P6. Here we have Aaron running just behind Vertex Spectre there. And Harass has actually spun it round as we go off board with him. Sorry about that, guys. Ashley getting past high cut there. Ready for a spin, it looks like, as he's quite slow. We look freestyle 3 second penalty, the first one for track limits. Luke, our leader, running pretty low in the air since he got past Havina. It's just been extending that gap. Actually, the gap has stayed fairly similar over the past couple laps. And it looks like it's closing by about a tenth a lap. So we'll see if Favina can, by some miracle, catch back up, find his way onto the back of Luke. And if Felix keeps closing in on Favina, we could see a three-way battle if that happens. Be pretty fun to watch. But we're going to have a back. Look down the field. Who's going to be chasing? Charlie and Big Boy. Bit of a... And a little bit of a train there. 8-9 of the gap between the two teammates. Only one with DRS, apart from Highcut, who's currently trying to get past Happy Filmer. Bit wide from the Alpine on the exit of turn 4. It's not going to affect him too much. Maybe into turn 5 though. He keeps it fairly composed in that Alpine. Into now turn 7 and turn 8. AlphaTauri right on the back of this Alpine. Through turn 9, DRS is going to be wide open. Is he going to be trying to look for that overtake? High cut. He's going to be looking down the insides. Is he going to make it? No, he's not. But Happy Kilmer to go slightly wide, so I thought there might have been a chance on exit. But High Cut's going to have to wait for the main straight where there's a little bit more running distance. Just about double there is running distance down the main straight. So if he wants to make a move, it's going to be down there. If he wants to make it in a straight line. A little bit twitchy though, that's not going to help him. Battery's going to have to go on if he wants to make this overtake. If not, he's going to have to stick behind the Alpine for yet another lap. He is closing. I think with a bit of battery he maybe could have, but he does not. Charlie though, right on the back of Aaron. So we're going to have a look at this battle between the McLaren and Red Bull, because I think Charlie has pace to clear the Red Bull pretty quickly. .8 seconds the gap between Havina and Luke, so that's going to astronomically, maybe a bit of a spin, a little bit of back end loss. Felix closed right in. He's only 4 seconds behind Havina there, so watch out for them on track in probably about 5 to 10 laps. That's Ferrari fan now retiring from the race, our second of the night. Oh, back end loss on the exit of turn 15 there, and that's going to cause Charlie to go through on Aaron. Not great, not exactly great from the Red Bull as the Alpha comes back on the circuit. Hopefully that does disappear soon because he is stopped on track. That is the problem with retiring in the pit lane. As we wait. Atom, Kev and Rishi fairly evenly matched. It didn't look like Rishi's been using too much. Oh, Charlie's had a spin. Charlie's been round and he's now back down to P14. Just got past Aaron for P9. He's had to go all the way back down P14 due to the spin. That's not what he would have wanted. That's going to be very frustrating for McLaren. We have Simo though on freestyler. What can the Ferrari do? He got the straight line speed. He's going to use battery. And I think the overtake is inevitable. Is he going to stay on the outside? No, he's going to have to go to the inside because freestyler has forced him to, but he still gets the move done before the corner. That's great straight line speed it looked like from the Ferrari there. So Simo up to P5, chasing down the Williams of Huge. Up next, but Pantera, he's on the back of the AlphaTauri of Vertex Spectre, but he goes really wide through turn 3. Now through turn 4, is he going to be anywhere near the back of Vertex Spectre. Doesn't look like, but he might be able to see an opportunity into turn 10. He's already had a couple looks, both inside and outside, that's a bit in the pits, to retire from the race. Oh, back end loss there from Pantera. That's not gonna really help him, that's gonna really disrupt his momentum in his climb back through the field. Is there anyone else we can look at? Maybe Atom, Kevin, Rishi. They're still locked together. I don't think Atom is really looking to make an overtake. Even though he's down in P16, he's got the 5-second penalty. He's not exactly looking to overtake. Ash gets through some penalty for multiple warnings. Still no. Is there anyone close together? Looks like only Atom, Kev and Rishi for P15. Have a look here at this battle, maybe down the pit straight. Charlie's in the pits, so is Highcut. Wonder if Highcut's for retirement. Oh no, Charlie isn't. He's for a new set of tyres. Down the inside is Atom Kev going to the outside of turn 2. He's going to switch back to the inside turn 3, and that is a textbook move from the Ferrari. A little bit of banging there, the front wing, as Rishi's going to try look back down the inside of turn 4. He's sent the Ferrari wide. He's going to be able to get the exit into turn 5. Doesn't look like it, so he's going to have to settle for now what is P15. A little bit of back end loss left from Atom Kev. He's going to bite the door back open for Rishi. Here we have Rishi going to look to make the move down the inside of the Ferrari into turn 10. He can't exactly get it, and he's going to get a bit of a tank slapper just to add on. So that's the end. I think maybe the end. He's going to maybe get DRS, and if so, he can get invited back in. Early stop there from Atom Kev, as people are starting to really make their stops now for their first of the race onto the hard compound, I'd assume, for most of these people. Felix 1 though has closed up onto the back of Favina. What is this going to be for P2? Down the inside, is it going to be a fairly simple move? Havina's going to hold his own around the outside. A little bit of wheel banging there. We saw the tyre smoke. Now back for turn 12. On the inside, Havina, is he going to be able to keep his P2 position? Going to see, he's also got the inside for turn 13, but no, he backs out. I think he's looking for the DRS down the main straight, or he's probably coming into the pits. No, he's not, so he's just looking for that DRS. Going to use a bit of battery, I'd assume, as well. There is the ERS on, enabled. The Alfa Romeo also using it, so the DRS is not going to be working as strong, and he's not going to be able to get the move into turn 1, just showing how not really powerful the DRS this year. Yeah, DRS isn't exactly powerful this year, so battery power is going to be the main source of overtakes, I feel. So if you can keep your battery fairly high throughout most of the race and use it towards the end when everyone else has been drained, I think that's going to be the strategy to go throughout all these long 50% races. Havina though, he's not within a second anymore, so I think that's going to be it, unless Felix makes a mistake. Thing is, will Luke make a mistake? Felix is closing, but if this pace isn't quick enough, purple sector Felix, and he has got the fast lap of the Grand Prix by 0.2 of a second, so unless Luke needs to just keep it at a relatively fast pace, he needs to keep Felix 1, 2, 3 tenths maximum, I would say, if he wants to keep this about half of the race gone. Just over half the race gone. We're almost on to lap 20 then. Lap 19 this is. And we've got Luke in a bit of traffic. I think there's a couple of disconnections up ahead, and that's what these ghosted cars are for. They're going to be staying in the way, giving Luke a bit of dirty air. even though there isn't much this year with the new regulations. Obviously those right over there. No, I think it's just ghosting off, so not quite sure if they're real people or not. If not, I need to make sure they get out of the way, because it looked like he was in that train for quite a while. Not too sure. I think these are real people, so I can't. Didn't look like he got out of the way relatively quick there. Let's hope it didn't affect Luke all too much. But we actually are going to stay down here as Pantera. Pantera lost the back end and then just gets absolutely rammed by Atom Kev there. That's not what we like to see. Obviously not really Atom Kev's fault. Pantera was ghosted for a bit. But we always like to try take avoiding action even with ghosts, just in case incidents like that do happen. So that's not going to be great for the Ferrari driver. There's an Aston Martin around Ashley in between turn 4 and turn 5. I've seen that quite a lot, getting on the grass on the outside, losing traction. Harass and Aaron. Here's going to be another battle. Harass has already overtaken Aaron once. Clearly, Aaron's gotten his way back. Harass though, with DRS, not using battery, so he's not trying to make the overtake done. He's going to be looking at Aaron in the next couple of laps, maybe to make an overtake before the pit stops. Well, these guys already made their pit stop. Sorry guys. No, he hasn't. The first one to make their pit stop, P9 of Huge. Have to see where everyone shakes out. I wonder who out of the top 3 is going to make their stop first. Ashley has left the session. Is that without retiring? If so, hopefully that's connection issues for Ash. Here we have Harass though on Aaron. Still DRS just open for the Alpines, but I caught the Renault. It's been Alpine for a couple of seasons now. He's got his teammate right behind him. Yellow flags. That is a Ferrari, I believe, of Asim Kev. It's in the pit lane. He spun it around in there, maybe. Who knows? Harass though is going to be able to make a move on Aaron. Aaron looked like you went a bit wide, and Harass has made the move. But who's got DRS? None of them have DRS. The only one that has DRS is the Alpine behind of Happy Kilmore. They went through at the exact same time, obviously, that neither of them got DRS. So we have Kilmore looking on the back of this battle. We're going to stay on board with him if he's got the best view. You can see when either one makes an overtake, a little bit wide there from Aaron, deep, and then Harass losing it on exit. He drops both positions, so we're going to stick with this Alpine instead. Harass, he's almost a second behind now. He needs to stay within that second for DRS. The front end not exactly responsive. Maybe it's time for a pit stop onto those medium tyres. That 22 it is, so I'd say it's 70 time, unless these guys are trying to go for softs, which would be completely reasonable. I think it's able to be done. 22 laps on the hards, about 20 laps on the mediums, maybe going to lap 25 for an 8 lap stint. Who knows? DRS wide open. This battery going to be used for the Australian of Happy Kilmore. A little bit of battery. Yes. And we're looking to Aaron. Can't get close enough into turn 1, now turn 2 and turn 3. A little bit closer than he was obviously the previous lap. Is this going to be the start of a move before turn 10 or before turn 1 on the following lap, lap 23 that'd be. Just where can Happy Kilmore find a way past? Can you force Aaron into a mistake that we've already seen quite a few times? Now here is turn 9 and into turn 10, the straight. So I'm going to be using battery down here, I believe. I'll be using it for the main straight. So he's going to stay behind Aaron for now. So they just follow each other through this third sector. Right on the back. This is what we love to see with the no dirty, or not no dirty, the really heavily reduced dirty air. Cars able to follow each other very closely. Happy Kilmore, battery open, DRS open. Aaron blocks up the inside, but it doesn't matter. Happy Kilmore will take the position nevertheless on the outside. Very, I'm going to say textbook move. He didn't really have to do much apart from press a couple buttons and open and keep that right foot to the floor. And that's all he had to do. And it worked out for him, so good good job nevertheless. Huge here following Vertex Spectre. 5/10 is the gap. We'll wait to see what the Williams can do on the Alpha Tauri. Into PFR Luke. Sorry, Luke has made his stop. He is onto a soft. Is that softs? Can't see exactly yet. It is the softs. So he's gone long enough. Go medium to soft. And he's got Felix up ahead and Havina. Both haven't stopped yet. His gap to the lead is 14.6 seconds. So Felix, he can't really stay out much longer on those mediums. So he's going to have to make a stop, and he's just going to have to take those softs to the end, hopefully catching Luke. Unless Luke can't make it to the end and tyre wear is higher than he expected. Felix probably would have done race simulations for this. Who knows how important all this early practice is. Now through turn 14 and 15, let's see if he dives into the pit this lap. If he does, that's going to be for a set of softs. Is Savina also going to jump into the pits this lap? I'd imagine he does. And he does. So these both can be going on to soft compound tyre, I imagine. Havina is. I saw the Red Bull there, and yes, so is the Alfa Romeo. Luke goes through very comfortably in the lead there. Purple last sector, as you'd think on these new soft tyres. See what the gap is between Felix and Luke. Just about 6 seconds, and obviously Felix's tyres are a bit colder, so he's not going to be as competitive on this opening lap as Luke was on his. As we look for further battles down the grid, Huge and Vertex, not exactly too close. Freestyle of those, making the move down the inside on Rishi. Easy as you like. Maybe Happy Kilmore can join in this battle in a couple laps time. For now, Freestyler is up into P8. Anyone else on track really having a battle? It doesn't look like it. Looks like just Rishi. So we'll stay with these guys for the time being. Let's see if a battle can emerge. Get some action before the closing laps of this Grand Prix. And Terra with a 3-second time penalty there for multiple warnings. He's down to P15 minutes. It's not been a great comeback race for FaZe Pantera. The secondary protagonist in last year's championship. He's going to be wanting to make a redemption this season. And if this is how it's going to be, it's not going to cut out for him, so he needs to improve from what we've seen today. Cut out those mistakes we've seen him do. The Not exactly great move choice on Atom Kev down at turn 10. The couple of back end losses we've seen. All that needs to be cut out of his race. His racing if he wants to have a chance against Luke and Felix. Freestyler. Not exactly got pressure anymore from Rishi, but Happy Kilmore is putting on pressure to the Aston Martin instead. Simo's also looking to battle. Then actually switch up to him, Simo and Aaron. Down the inside, Simo goes on those soft compound tyres. Easy as I thought it'd be. Not exactly any chance for Aaron on old hards to get back. That's Felix won with the fastest lap of the Grand Prix. And it's going to be starting to close in now with about 5 laps to go. 6 laps actually. Sorry. So Aaron's finally into the pits for his stop. Happy Kilmore. He's got harassed behind. Just trying to switch him. Happy Kilmore has harassed behind. Aaron comes out P10 just ahead of Charlie, it looks like, but with cold, soft tyres. He's going to be overtaken by Charlie. Don't think the gap is more up. And Charlie on hards. I don't know. I think that Aaron might just keep his 1 point here. Those hards are actually working pretty well on this. Compared to Aaron's opening lap softs. Have to wait and see. Can Charlie, he needs to make the overtake before those softs kick in. So he's going to be using battery down into turn 10. He's not going to be sticking with just the DRS. Maybe down into turn 1 if he can be close enough. Obviously the tyres won't affect the straight line speed that they will affect the exit they get out of this chicane, and if those softs are already warmed up, it's looking like a bit of trouble for Charlie. Battery on. Aaron though, he doesn't have DRS. So Charlie, if he wants to make a move for the points, it's got to be now, and he's not going to get it done. So unless he waits out for like the final couple laps, it's not looking likely for Charlie. Switching back up to the top though. 4.6 is the gap. 5 laps to go once he crosses the line. So Felix has to gain over a second a lap if he wants to take this win away from Luke. Looking for battles, Aaron and harass. Well within a second is Aaron of harass. Down the inside, it's going to look like he's going to want to make the switch back for turn 12. He's going to switch the inside there as well. Now for turn 13, he's not going to take the dive. Turn 14 and turn 15. Is he going to be able to get the exit? He's going to get the DRS. Is he going to get enough speed? He is. He's already looking towards the inside. As that's Charlie now around again on the exit turn 16. He's not having a great time. So harass. He's going to want to make that move back on Aaron. They're both on the soft compound tyre. Five-second penalty for spinning the pit lane for Hunter. I think that could be for retirement if he's not caring, or he's trying to take the fastest lap. 4 laps to go now. I believe. Yeah. 4 laps to go as Luke crossed the line. Just making sure it wasn't the on-board and it was the overall lap counter up in the top left there. So Harass over a second behind Aaron now, but Freestyler is within a second of Happy Kilmore. Well, he's not as he crosses the DRS line, so he's not going to get DRS. So he's the closest thing to it. Rishi actually losing the back end through turn 10 it looks like, and it's going to be down to P14. Both Aston Martins having a great time with things. Very similar to real life, that is. Very similar. So now, Happy Kilmore, he's P7, P8, Freestyler still in the back, so not too close. Charlie's going to be coming in for a set of softs, is that? I believe it would be. Rishi as well. I don't imagine they'd go into any other tyre. 3.9 the gap as we go on to lap 31 of 33 here in Spain. As long as no mistakes are made, it looks like Luke is going to stay comfortable. And exactly close to the field, so we're going to stay with Luke for the time being. What is he able to put in? I believe Felix still has a fast lap though. So even though there aren't any points right now, extra point would be gone to Felix, and this is something we could look out for in the actual race throughout the season, is the pace between Luke and Felix. Maybe if Felix doesn't have a collision, doesn't spin it in the opening, he can take the win here. But if everything pans out like it did today, then Luke shown his resilience compared to the veteran of Felix in Division 1. Obviously Luke's been around for quite a bit here in PAFR, just in Division 2, and it took him to win the title last season in both Division AU and Division 2 to finally promote him up into that senior Red Bull seat for PAFR. 2 laps to go, and he's still gone quicker than he has before. That was a 400th improvement on his fastest lap. 3.8 seconds is the gap between him and Felix behind. That's going to have to come down astronomically if we're even going to see a chance from the German. So it looks like Luke is going to hold onto this one. Just over a lap to go, a lap and a sector of calmness from the Australian. He can put it in cruise control for the last lap if he wants to. Not much he can do behind. Not much this man can do in the upper air. His new seat for the season, it looks like. I don't even know if he's racing full time. But if he is, and this is his new seat, then he's got a lot of work to do to beat the calm-minded Australian in the Red Bull ahead of him. Lap 33 now. About 13 corners to go. I'm going to count them down as we go. 12 now, as he looks at the AlphaTauri ahead, maybe getting a cheeky little DRS down into turn 10. That's turn 7, means there's 10 to go. Turn 8 there, that's, and turn 9. Here's turn 10, into the final sector. Luke, he's done nothing wrong today. He's kept everything perfect. Even if he hasn't had exactly the pace over Felix, he's kept the mistakes to a minimum. He's been able to keep a cool mind, he's been able to keep it on track, facing the right way for all 33 laps, and that's a reward in itself. But the ultimate reward is going to be him winning the Spanish evaluation race. That is a true C into his pace that we can see throughout the season. Felix takes a comfortable P2 with 17.8 seconds to Habina behind the McLaren, the Mercedes. Oh, and he's actually bins in the final corner. Is he able to get it back on track before Simo comes around and maybe spoils his party? It doesn't look like it. I think he's going to be able to keep that P3. P4 goes to Simo on the Ferrari. Very good job from, I think, the new guy on the block. Vertex Spectre P5 in the AlphaTauri. Happy Kilmore in his Alpine settles for P6, and Eugene as Williams goes for P7. Freestyler brings points to Haas. I mean, I say points to Haas, he obviously hasn't because pre-season. And Aaron, someone who I don't even think is racing in Div 1 this year, I'm not too sure, brings it to P8 with a penalty from Freestyler. Harass rounds off the top 10. Big Boy, High Cut still to finish. Charlie, Rishi, Pantera and Ash are your outside top 10 members if you just wait for... Oh no, we don't like this, mate. You're P12. Can you please just finish first? This isn't what we'd like to see. This isn't exactly sportsmanship from High Cut there as he finally finishes. That is your evaluation 2 done. That's again an achievement there for watching the race. Thank you game for applauding my efforts, I guess. But yeah, that is it for your evaluation of Div 1. Maybe next week tune in. If not, I will most likely be here for round 1 unless complications say otherwise. But there will be someone to take you through August 7th, round 1 in Bahrain. But here's the man that has won the race. It's Luke. I don't know if it's his first race, but it's one of his first races in this new division to him, and he settled in well, might I add. P1 for Luke, P1 for Red Bull. That's nice to see someone. I'm sorry for the flashing if you have epilepsy. Gonna turn away from that. Thank you to everyone that watched the broadcast from start to finish, if there has been anyone. Thank you to anyone that has watched it at all and is watching right now. Join me, definitely. Maybe definitely, I don't know. But join me throughout the season. Sundays at 7:30 is ready up time for qualifying. We'll see you all then. Thank you to everyone. Let's hope this is going to be the start to a great season ahead. Season 5.